We're at IFSEC International 2012 in the SMT Select Lounge in Hall 3A with Peter French, the Managing Director of SSR Personnel. Peter, you're celebrating 20 years of voluntary work with ASIS International this year, and this morning you've been honoured by the organisation with an Outstanding Achievement Award, and it's very well deserved, may I say. Can you distill for us what you believe to be the major contributions you've made to ASIS in the past 2 decades?
Well, Brian, first of all, I'd just like to thank ASIS for honouring me, giving me an award. It's all these things are very humble, but it's really nice that they should think so much of me. Partly because I've only been part of this organisation for 20 years out of 50 years. So it's important to say it's not around me, but I think everybody that I've been associated with, from the trainers and the chapter to every member that I meet, everyone plays part of the success. I'd like to think that my role has been to bring numbers of diverse people together and that we've all had a common aim. And I've been so lucky to work with so many good chapter chairs over the years. And then about 5 years was allowed or given the chairmanship of the European Advisory Committee, where I think what we do is that we try to help the operational people. These are the senior VPs and the RVPs that operate certainly around Europe, and help them to digest and focus on policy that can help us as a greater profession. It's not to be underestimated that we operate as volunteers, everybody giving something of their own personal time. And some people do get burned out, many people continue, but I think you need as a volunteer to ensure that you have a focus in line with the organisation. And that focus for me has always been around education. I think that's where ASIS, actually over the last few years, has really excelled. Good educational processes and places like the annual seminar, the European seminar, Hong Kong and Dubai. That's been the outreach over the last 5 years. I think the investment that the organisation has made from the centre is because I'd like to think of volunteers like myself who are showing that we need to be supported. So I think that's probably the primary change over the last 10 years. Over 20 years, the growth of the organisation itself, from a single chapter in Europe to then an amalgam of chapters, where we've now got our latest chapters in Poland. These are great things for an organisation, and also to be seen on a European level, because that's what we're now doing. We're showing the central bureaucrats that we can talk about security, but from many countries, which obviously is something that they want to get hold of, because they need to talk to a single voice that talks across all 27 nations. So I like to think I've been part of that process, one of the drivers, but certainly wouldn't have done it on my own without all the help from everybody in the country, in the UK chapter, and certainly my senior regional vice presidents and the regional vice presidents. All of them have been so contributory to everything that I've sort of done. You just can't do this on your own. So I think that's what I'd like to think I would leave alone as a legacy of working together with people.
Thank you very much, Peter, and congratulations from all of us at UVM.
Thank you.